Gestern ging's noch, gestern ging's noch, gestern ging's noch wie geschmiert. Aber heute haben wir's noch nicht probiert.
Hello and welcome to German Pronunciation Lesson 4. Today we are going to talk about the German R or R. And this gives people a lot of difficulty, particularly Americans, and well, just anybody who isn't used to making that thing in their throat. It's hard. It really is. And to tell you the truth, I don't have any good tips to give you. It is just quite strictly a matter of practice, really. You just have to sit down one day and just practice and practice and try and try and try and try. And I think that if you do that enough, you'll eventually get it right. That's exactly what I had to do. I went to Germany for the first time when I was 15. I went for 2 weeks. I was enchanted by the country. And but I had a really hard time with saying certain words, any of these words that had R's in them. And so I came home from Germany and I was really disappointed because I had never really learned how to do the R when I was there. And so one day I just said, I'm going to learn how to do this. And I sat down in my chair for about an hour and I just did nothing but say this sentence. I mean, a couple of other things. I mean, I've tried other words, but I mostly for about an hour said, Ich rauche keine rote Zigarette. Ich rauche keine rote Zigarette. Ich rauche keine rote Zigarette. And I'm still not perfect. I said it over and over and over and over and really tried to listen and really tried to get it right. And eventually I got it to where at least it's understandable. It's not perfect. It's not like a native German R, but it's the closest that I can possibly get, I'm pretty sure, because I've really tried hard. So, yeah, that's all I can really say is that you're just going to have to practice. No other way around it. No way around this one. Tips for how you can make the sound. I said in my very first German lesson when I was acting drunk that a good way to kind of start making the sound, or at least feel where you make the sound, is just to pretend like you have a cold and like you have that icky stuff in your throat, and you have to get it out. And we do this a lot. You hear it a lot. People will go like this and then spit. That sounds really gross, but I mean, if you have no clue how to even begin making the sound, just try that, like the. It's a lot the same concept. You just have to practice on making it less, not so harsh. You just have to make it kind of softer. And practice it with, in combination with words. The Ich rauche keine rote Zigarette, that's good because, or I found it really good because it combines the R sound with several different vowels. So that's what worked for me. Of course, yeah, you can try something else. That worked okay for me. But the R is not always pronounced that way in every word either. Like erwarten, E-R-W-A-R-T-E-N. That is just er. And, like er, obviously he, that's the pronoun for he. That's not er. It's, it's just er. So it's not in every word that you have to do that for every single R anyway, So you just have to listen to German and the words that require that. Just practice. Just practice the word that you have trouble with. There's no other way around it. One thing I really do have to mention though is that if you cannot do the R in the throat, you can always just roll your R. That is perfectly acceptable too. Roll it with your tongue. That's how they talk in Bavaria. Most everywhere in Bavaria, they roll their R's. So nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Instead of, you would just say, ich rauche, I have kind of a hard time doing it. Ich rauche keine rote Zigarette. Let me practice again. Ich rauche keine rote Zigarette. Something like that, you know, along that lines. I don't usually I don't really do it that way, but you can do it that way if it's easier for you and if it's better for you. By all means, go right ahead. It's better than trying to do the R in the throat and not sounding right. You know, just roll it. That's fine too. So, yep, that's all I have to say about the German R. Practice, practice, practice makes perfect. So, good luck with it all. Till next time. Tschüss.
Dienst ist Dienst und Schnaps ist Schnaps. Schubiduvidei, schubiduvidei. Wer das weiß, bei dem da klappt's. Schubiduvidei, dei, dei.